This man didn't just kill his brother. He killed his brother's wife and a 4-year-old child, then buried the boy under an olive tree. All because of money and a small piece of land. In a quiet rural area, far from the noise of big cities, lived a man named Mohsen. He was 50 years old, tired, exhausted, and slowly breaking. Mohsen wasn't a criminal. He was just a simple man, trying to survive. He had a wife, 3 children, and a life full of responsibilities. Every morning, he went out looking for work, any kind of work. Construction, carrying heavy materials, working under the burning sun or in the freezing cold. But nothing was stable. Some days, he worked. Other days, he came back home with nothing. And slowly, debts started piling up. Rent, food, school expenses, clothes, everything became heavier. People started knocking on his door, asking for their money. Again, and again, and again. Until one day, he couldn't take it anymore. He looked at his wife and said, "We can't live like this. Let's go back to the village. At least we won't pay rent." And so, they left the city, hoping things would get better. But they didn't. The village had no real jobs, only farming, hard, exhausting work for very little money. Mohsen, at 50, was forced to start over, from nothing. And one day, while sitting alone, tired, hopeless, he remembered something. A small piece of land, inherited from his father. It had olive trees, and olive trees mean money. But there was a problem. That land was being managed by his older brother, Ghassan. Ghassan wasn't just his brother. He was the one who took care of that land for years. When the trees were small, weak, no one cared about them, except Ghassan. He watered them, protected them, spent money on them, until they grew and became valuable. So Mohsen went to him, not as a brother, but as a desperate man. "I need my share of the land." Ghassan looked at him and said, "This land is too small to divide. If we split it, we all lose." But Mohsen didn't care anymore. He wasn't thinking clearly. He was thinking about debt, fear, pressure, and survival. The discussion turned into an argument. The argument turned into anger. And the anger, slowly, turned into hatred. Mohsen left, but something inside him changed forever. Days passed, then weeks, and the pressure became unbearable. Court cases, threats, humiliation, until one night, a dark idea entered his mind. If Ghassan is gone, everything will be solved. And instead of fighting that thought, he accepted it. He planned, waited, and chose the perfect night. A night that would end everything. Late at night, Mohsen entered the house, silently. His brother was sleeping. One strike with a sharp tool, and it was over. No sound, no resistance, just silence. But suddenly, something unexpected happened. Ghassan's wife saw him. Panic took over, and without thinking, he killed her too. Then, a small voice broke the silence. Child, Yusuf, 4 years old, crying, calling for his grandmother. In that moment, Mohsen had a choice. Walk away, or go deeper, into darkness. He made the worst choice. He took the child. But when Yusuf started crying louder, he killed him, then carried his tiny body to the olive land and buried him under a tree. The next morning, the truth began to unfold. The bodies were found, the child was missing, and the investigation started. A witness saw Mohsen near the land, before sunrise. Blood was found in his house, and everything led back to him. He was arrested. He denied, then broke down and confessed everything. Police took him to the land, and there, under an olive tree, they found Yusuf, a 4-year-old child, buried because of greed. Mohsen was sentenced, and his life was over. He thought money would save him, but in the end, he lost his brother, his family, his freedom, and his soul for something that was never worth it.